107 shillings to the dollar. That is the highest ever rate at which the Kenyan shilling has exchanged hands against the dollar. A rate at which essential goods like fuel, wheat and rice will be expensively imported into the country, with additional costs being passed on to consumers. And while at it, questions continues to arise without a conclusive response from analysts and policymakers alike as to why the shilling has been losing its value at such an alarming rate. One explanation has been the widening gap between the value of goods imported into the country and the amount of money earned in foreign exchange from exports. While it is okay to have some products such as canned fish being imported, what is worrying is the level to which we are importing products, even those available locally, including tea, rice, and even table salt.
I think most of the best products like coffee, tea is exported. Yeah. So we believe even what we are buying probably is not the best.
Rice, personally, I hate. We call it low umbrella, the one from Thailand, the best one. You put just a cup, 3 guys, and that's all. Oh, no.
Fingers are also being pointed at the manner at which the central bank has executed its monetary policy, which some economists have described as erratic. Last week, the bank increased its indicative lending rates by 400 basis points, rising from 7% to 11% in hopes of making the local currency more attractive. But surprisingly, the shilling has defied that prodding and hit a historic high of 107 shillings to the dollar following panic buying by importers, before recovering marginally to close at 106 shillings and 50 cents.
The central bank says we are going to selectively dispense dollars to importers on a discriminatory basis. That's a policy statement by the central bank. Last week, towards the end of the week, they come and say, we have reversed that. We will not do it now. Now, that's not good enough.
The situation has now caught the attention of the Parliamentary Finance Committee, which has summoned the central bank governor as it sought the hitherto elusive solution to what is now developing into a major crisis for the fragile Kenyan economy.
Even the governor himself in his presentation has admitted that there are various stakeholders. If we left the governor on his own, I don't think the solution will be found. And I think this is very clear. There's the demand side of the problem, there's the supply side of the problem. And until you put these two together, you cannot have a holistic solution.
And what we have done here is to try and understand the origin of the problem, the causes and the solutions that are possible, and we have put our heads together. That is not interference. We are all Kenyans and we have to look for solutions.
The committee now intends to summon the ministries of finance, energy and agriculture. Treasury is expected to outline the fiscal measures that the government intends to take to ease demand for the dollar, while the Ministry of Energy is expected to propose solutions to bringing down the increasing demand for fuel, especially the proportion required for power generation, or how the fuel import bill can be brought down. On its part, the Ministry of Agriculture will be required to explain how the shortages of agricultural commodities such as maize, wheat, sugar and rice, all of which are currently being imported in bulk, can be bridged. Henry Gedaiga, Citizen Live at 9.